what I do. Okay, I'm trying to make something better, but I would request your input. Imagine a scenario. There was an event, and stores are closed, whatever the case is. But you're at home, and you have water. You have a way to cook something. Not necessarily power. Maybe it's your barbecue, whatever. You have water, and you can prepare food. You can cook food, but you're running out of food. Okay. So a situation happened, SHF kind of thing, and you are about to run out of food like today. Maybe it's just you or you and your family, whatever the case is. But like manna from heaven, a 5-gallon bucket appears, and it's filled with the ingredients so you can start creating some food again. But it's filled with ingredients that are going to not take refrigeration, last a long time, bulk up a lot of calories. So it's been my thinking, if you had a 5-gallon bucket filled, let's say, half with beans, almost half with rice, and then maybe some olive oil and spices, that keep you alive. Now, if you lived on just if you were living on just beans and rice, I think they say month 2, you're going to get scurvy. Because if you had nothing else coming in, because there's no vitamin C in that. You like vitamin C. But let's set that aside. Let's say you've got, you've been taking 1-a-day vitamins. You prepped up on that or whatever. We'll set that aside. And this is a nutrition food video. I don't care about, I need a battery or I need more ammo. None of that. It's just food. There's no one coming after you, nothing like that. But you're going hungry. My thinking is beans, rice, olive oil for the fat, and then spices. And the only other thing I can think of is something like beef jerky, dried meat, not canned meat that takes up too much space. But if you needed vegetables, they would have to be like freeze-dried vegetables, so they were shrunk up and very small that you could add the water to or add it to your stew or whatever you're creating out of the beans and rice. But let's go from there. We've got beans, rice, spices, olive oil, and then some dried meats like a beef jerky or dried salmon or I don't think you dried poultry, but this kind of thing. So you could have some meat in there. And the reason I see, like I said, jerky doesn't take up a lot of space for what it does, because the meat actually it shrinks. If you've ever made jerky, it becomes smaller than when you put it in. Okay, so you've only got this 5-gallon bucket of space. My question is, what am I missing? What would you add? And in spices, I mean spices, salt, and sugar. I think sugar would be important, even if it's just eating the sugar straight for that kind of carb. What would you add to it if it had to fit in this 5-gallon bucket? And you might not use rice and beans. You might come up with something else. I don't want any canned foods because it takes up too much space. See, now if you took the contents of a canned food and it was dried down to a smaller package, it's just like Top Ramen is a small thing. I mean, if you crushed it up and made it even smaller, so it's not like a brick. But you could have that'd be another thing. Beans, rice, and then maybe pasta noodles, because they don't take up a lot of space, and they don't take refrigeration. Maybe we'll do that with spices, meat, and everything else. So if I'm missing something, if you have a better idea, I'd love to hear it. Put it in comments or make a video, something like that. And because I'm actually working on this, I have a 5-gallon bucket idea, which I've always had. But I said, if that's all I had is that one bucket, it's just got beans and rice in it, that's gonna suck. Day 3, I'm sick of beans and rice. There's got to be a way to change that up. So there's got to be other things we could add to it. I just want to know what your guys' ideas might be. If you could please improve on that. Anyhow, let me know what you think. Love you. God bless.